be aware of distractions around you without having to react to them. So that's one of the trickiest things, I know. But see if you can just start to let your awareness be on the ground beneath you. So feeling that sense almost of the ground pushing up and holding you in space. And just feeling aware of your breath moving in and out through the nose. And just staying with that quiet awareness of your breath. I'm just going to read a really short poem as we lay here, which I think is a really nice way of drawing yourself very much just into your body and your breath and the ground, just as we're here now. My heart is the cure to my illness. My love is the bond to my soul. My life is the journey to my breath. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be, but in this place where the heartbeat grows. So as you lay and breathe here now, just feeling very deeply connected to that ongoing pulse, the ongoing movement of your breath, even as you're still. And just see if you can stay with that quiet awareness of your breath just for 3 more deep breaths together. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then from here, just start to gently draw your knees together and give them a little hug into your chest. So just curling into a little ball here. And then extend your left leg along your mat on the ground and keep that right knee hugged in nice and tight to your chest. Just let that ease off for a moment. If it feels really tight on that left leg, just bring the sole of the left foot to the mat so you can keep that one bent. And then just give your right ankle a good roll around, a few times one way, a few times the other. And then extend your right leg towards the ceiling, so it can be really bent, it doesn't have to be straight. Clasping behind the thigh or maybe the calf. And then just flex and extend your foot a few times, really spreading out through your toes here. Again, just allowing your breath to be free and even with sound. And then the next time that you breathe out, lower your leg all the way down to your mat. Take a full stretch, breathe in, reach your arms overhead. And then as you exhale, give the left knee a hug into the chest. Same as we did on the other side. Really reaching the right leg long on the ground. Again, if it feels tight, just bring the right foot onto your mat. And then rolling the left ankle a few times one way. Nice and slow, really spreading the toes, just allowing all your attention to be with that movement. And then extending your left leg up to the ceiling, you can flex and extend the foot a few times. Again, spreading the toes, no rush to make that movement either. So you'll just feel the hamstrings starting to stretch and lengthen a little. If it feels really tight, again, just using that awareness of your breath. Lovely. And then the next time you breathe out, again, lower your leg all the way down to the mat. Take a full stretch, reach your arms and legs overhead again. And then hug both knees into your chest again. Lovely. And then keeping your hands on top of your knees and your big toes roughly together, just start to make circles with your knees. So moving them a few times around one way, almost like a frog or a breaststroke leg position. And then going the other way. So as you do this, again, you can feel that sense of grounding into the low back as the tailbone rocks back and forwards here. Free breath with sound in and out through the nose. Like oiling up the joints here. Lovely. As you come back to centre, again extend the arms and legs, breathe in. And breathe out, just lower your arms down by your sides and bring the soles of the feet to the mat. So you've got them hip distance apart, like a little bridge prep position. And then extend your right leg up to the ceiling again, inhale, and make a figure four shape. So bringing the right ankle across your left knee. Thread your hands through, if it works for you, to clasp behind your left leg and just give that a little ease in. If that feels really tight, you're going to keep the left foot on the floor and focus on pressing the right knee away. Just take 3 more breaths there together. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Lovely. 1 more breath there. I love your dog joining in there, Lucy. And then staying with this, we're just going to make 3 little rocks to the left. So just tilting over towards your left elbow will prop you up, and then come back to the centre. And then once more, exhaling to the left. You'll feel the stretch moving up and down the outside of your right leg and into your right glutes a bit more. And then back to centre. Lovely. Again, unwind your legs, take a full stretch. Inhale, reach long. And then bring the soles of the feet back to your mat, and then left ankle over right, taking the other side in that reclined figure four or reclined pigeon. Again, just coming back to that long, even breath there. Breathing in. Breathing out. Twice more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then we'll make 3 little rocks, this time over to your right. So staying with the clasp, just tilting to the right. The elbow will prop you up, and then come back to centre. And then again, over to the right, back to the centre, and then once more over to the right, and back to centre. Lovely. And then take a full stretch. Reaching the arms and legs away again. And then as you exhale, just bring the arms down by your sides and come back to that little bridge prep position. So the soles of the feet are here again. And then we're going to roll up and down the spine in rolling bridges here. So we'll try and sync this with the breath. If you're new to this, don't worry, just get your spine moving. So as you breathe in, allow the belly to rise, ribs expand. As you breathe out, draw up a little bit with the pelvic floor, so as if you're stopping going to the loo, and then start to roll each vertebrae up. And then breathe in again at the top, and then as you breathe out, ripple the spine all the way back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, squeeze up as if you're stopping going to the loo. And then you can bring the arms with you, reaching them all the way overhead and onto the ground behind you. And then exhale, next time flowing them all the way back down. Just doing 3 more like that. I'm just going to have a little check to see what you're doing. Good, so inhale, rolling the spine all the way up. Arms can come with you, and then exhale, rippling the spine all the way back down. Great. Twice more, inhaling. Exhale to draw in and up with those lower belly muscles, squeezing the glutes and the backs of the legs to drive the hips up. Breathe in at the top. Exhale, seeing if you can find each little bit of your spine on the way down. Inhale to prepare, last one. Exhale all the way up, lifting up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling all the way back down. When you get to the bottom, give the knees a little hug to your chest again. Draw the forehead up towards your knees. And then bring the feet back again to that bridge prep shape. So this time a little bit more active. We're just going to lift the hips up and down 10 times. A little bit more using the hamstrings and the glutes. But as you do this again, really let your awareness be on pressing the feet down into the ground. And every exhale, we're going to drive the hips up from squeezing from the legs this time, so the spine not rolling so much. Okay, so we'll do it together. Inhale. 10. 9. So every exhale, you're driving up. 8, sorry. 7. Really squeezing at the top into the glutes and the backs of the legs. 5, 4. Notice if the knees want to splay, try not to let them. Press down into the big toes. Last one. And lower down. Lovely. And then give your knees a little hug. And again, a few little froggy circles one way. And then the other way. Great. Now keeping in a little tight ball if you can. Rolling backwards and forwards, up and down your back. Massaging it all out. And then see if when you get to the top, you can hover and balance. Nice. And then just plant the soles of the feet down and spin the legs to the side, come to all fours. Lovely. So spread your fingers loads here and have your knees under your hips. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and get that really good grounding in the fingertips here. We'll move through cat-cow. So again, as you breathe in, let your belly fill up, relax your pelvic floor, and think about reaching the back of the heart to the ceiling as you look up. Exhale, squeeze again, this is if you're stopping going to the loo, and curl the spine in, look towards your belly. So inhale, extend from the tailbone, lift the gaze last. Exhale, start from the tailbone, squeeze up with the pelvic floor, rolling through the spine. Yeah, just do 3 more like that. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, coiling in, really drawing up through the pelvic floor there. Last 2, inhale, opening up. Exhale, coiling in. Last 1, inhale, opening up. And exhale, coiling in. Lovely. And then come back to all fours. Take the knees really wide and sit back in child's pose with the knees nice and wide. Let the arms reach forwards and the forehead can come onto the mat. Just have a little rock out, maybe side to side with your hips here. And easing out any tightness. If you feel really like stuck again here and that the hips don't want to come down or the head doesn't want to come down, just grab a cushion or something that you can just rest your head on so you can really let your head relax. Stay here for 3 more breaths so that you can really connect to gain that sense of tailbone drawing to earth, forehead into the earth. And just listening to your breath quietly here as you hide a little. Good. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Come back to all fours. Again, a little bit of strength here, but again, nice and calm and centered. So really important when we're probably all sitting around a lot more than we're used to, achy back and so on. So I'm going to get you to roll the right leg back, pressing the ball of the foot into the mat. And then really think about squeezing your right glutes, your right butt cheeks, and lift your right leg just to hip height from there. And then just feel, if you can, that the hips are really level here. So one hip isn't opening out. Got a straight line between the pelvic crests there. And then lengthen your left arm forwards. Just notice if you can have the gaze almost just straight down towards the top of your mat-ish, so that there's no strain in the neck, there's no tucking in with the chin, and we're just using that calm, quiet breath to stay here. It might start to feel a little challenging and wobbly. Calm breath, feel that sense of the navel drawing to spine. Lovely. And then on the next exhale, we're going to curl elbow to knee, so really squeezing in. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, squeezing in. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, squeezing in. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, come back to center. Sit back in child's pose. And maybe turn the palms up so that you give your wrists a little break. Maybe give the wrists a roll. Good. 2 more breaths there. And use the second inhale to come back to all fours. And exhale there as you roll the left foot back. So again, really slow and controlled. Squeeze from the left glutes. Stabilise there. Feel the low ribs draw in as you reach the right arm forwards. And we're just going to hold this nice and calm. Lovely, 2 more breaths. It's so hard that I can't hear you or be in the same room as you. It's so odd. It's nice to see you sort of though. And then on the next exhale again, curl in, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale forwards, last one. Really squeeze in. Inhale forwards. Exhale, placing hand and knee down. And again, sit back in child's pose. Turn the palms up and just let the head release on the mat again for the moment. And if you wish, you could bring your hands back alongside your hips and just let the shoulders really relax. So they're going to roll forwards and up a little there, releasing any tension. Great. One more breath there. Inhale. Exhale. Slide the forearms forwards onto your mat, shoulder distance apart, and come all the way onto your belly so that your elbows are under your shoulders. And your legs can stay hip distance apart there. Oh, some people have come into the waiting room. Must have lost you. Hello, welcome back. And then from Sphinx pose here, again, just have a little sense of drawing the tail under here. So a little bit of drawing up as if you're stopping going to the loo to draw the tail under. And then from the belly button then, think about lengthening forwards. And then the back of the heart lifts. And then the gaze can lift. And just feel again that sense of drawing the tail towards the ground. And from that rooting down, being able to open and rise and lengthen through the rest of your spine. Lovely. Breathe in and breathe out, lower all the way down. And reach your arms ahead of you on the ground. I hope you can see, so it's not the best view there. And then we're going to just lift one leg at a time here. Again, really working on that back line of the body, keeping that strong, but feeling that the tail is still drawing under and down a little. So as you exhale, lift your right leg again. Don't let the pelvis rock. And then inhale to lower it. Exhale, left leg raises. And then lower it down. Good, just do one more like that on each leg. Again, really tuning in to that deep control from the pelvic floor and transversus abdominals there. And then we're going to add in the upper body and lift everything at once, but we want to keep that same sense of centre and groundedness. So on your inhale this time, lift, arc the arms and then the legs. If it hurts your lower back, just lower the legs down. So it's kind of a Superman shape, breathing in. Breathing out, it will make you get warm. Keep focusing on that grounding down of the tail. Exhale, lower. Good. Just turn your head to one side and let the arms relax for a moment. Have a little wriggle if your back muscles feel tired. Great. And then keep the arms by your side. We'll take locust or shalabhasana. So the forehead is coming to the mat. And you can zip the legs up together this time, ankles and toes touch if it works for your low back. If it feels too much, keep them hip width, or just don't lift the legs at all, just lift the upper body. So keeping the backs of the hands really reaching down and away. On the inhale, lift everything up from the centre. And again, really feel the tail drawing down here. Breathing in. Good, breathing out, keep reaching the shoulders down the back. Notice if you want to fling from the neck, keep the neck spacious and long. So the spine is in an even curve. Breathing in and out through the nose. Last breath, you can do it. And exhale, lower. Well done. And then turn your head the other way. Just relaxing there. And then bring the hands under your shoulders. Again, really press the legs down. Draw the tail under. Exhale. And as you inhale, peel into a little cobra. But again, really feel the movement come from the centre of the body. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, rolling up through your cobra. Exhale, lowering down. Lovely, it's like a little wave of heads pop up on my gallery there. Inhale, peel the heart forwards. Exhale, roll down. Good, tuck your toes, sit back through child's pose. Exhale there. And then tucking your toes under, we'll come to downward facing dog. So really spread your fingers. If you're newer to this, you're trying to make that inverted V. And if you have a dog, copy your dog, especially big dogs. They go right back on their haunches like this. Straighten the legs if it's available. Don't worry if they're bent. And look to your belly button. Breathing in, staying there for another 2 breaths. Breathing out, good. Breathing in, let the head go. Notice if you can really lengthen the neck. Breathing out. Fabulous. Next, inhale, we're going to walk all the way forwards to your hands. And exhale, fold here. So you can keep the feet hip distance. You can absolutely bend the knees as much as you need. And just let your head dangle. Let the backs of the hands dangle on the ground. Shake out your head, yes and no. Great. Now, imagine that you're dragging the mat apart with the feet. And we're going to uncurl the spine like a fern as you roll up. Head comes up last. All the way up. As you come up to stand, reach the arms overhead, stretch tall, press your palms and look at your thumbs. And then exhale, bring the arms all the way back down. Great. And just ground here for a moment. So really spread your toes. Have a look down at your toes. See if you can pick them up, spread them out and plant them all back down. And then close your eyes. So really sensing here that feeling of plugging down into the ground to charge up your energy. So in yoga we often call this pada bandha or foot lock. So it's almost imagining those pads of the feet like little 3-pin or 5-pin points on a plug. And see if you can imagine drawing extra breath and energy up from your feet as you inhale above the crown of the head. And on the exhale, send the breath down into the ground, anchoring you, stabilising you. So the inhale, you draw up the energy you need all the way above the crown of the head. And the exhale, you send it down into the ground, feeling absolutely secure and anchored. Just do that once more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Lovely. And then softly opening the eyes. We're going to take a couple of rounds of classical Surya Namaskar or sun salutes. So I'm trying to adjust my irritating camera so you can see me a bit. So feet are going to start together. As you inhale, reach up, look up, press your palms. As you exhale, fold. Again, you can bend the knees as much as you need. Press the hands into the ground. Press down, let the head go. Take a halfway lift, keep the hands on the mat. And then step the left leg back and lower the knee. So we're in a lunge here. Make a few circles one way, a few circles the other way. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to press it back either to a plank or to all fours. Either is fine. Energize the legs. Again, tail draws under. If you know Chaturanga up dog, you're welcome to take that. Otherwise, follow me. We're going to squeeze the knees down. Elbows squeeze against the ribs. Chest leads. Don't collapse the hips. Inhale again. Peel yourself through your cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Rippling through. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Walk your feet to your hands. Breathe out. Fold and press the hands into the ground. Inhale, take a halfway lift, extend the upper back, and then as you exhale, step the right leg back. Aha, caught some of you out, sorry. Little rotation, few around on the left, a few around on the right. Just oiling up the hips a little more, great. And then again, really press the palms down. Energize the legs if you're stepping back to plank. Squeeze everything to the center again. And then lower knees, chest, chin, elbows squeeze to the ribs, chest leads. Inhale, peel it open into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more here, inhaling, exhaling, in and out through the nose the whole time. Inhaling, exhaling. Good, look to your hands, walk your feet forwards, breathing in. Breathe out, fold, press the hands into the ground. Bend your knees a little bit as you uncurl like a fern, rolling up. Exhale to Namaste. Again, just check in with that Padabandha, the foot lock. Send the breath down below your feet on the exhale. Inhale, draw the breath above your head. Lovely. And we'll take one more round with a variation here. So inhale, sweep the arms up, look up, really stretch tall. Exhale, fold, press the hands into the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, again lower your left knee. So try to really scissor that left leg back as far as you can so you're above your kneecap. And then from here, we're going to hinge the hips back, keeping the back knee at 90. Flex the right foot. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, hinge back. So if your hips and hamstrings are really tight, this can feel a little bit challenging. And your back might feel really hunched. Just think about creating space. If you need to move the fingertips off the ground a little bit, that's fine. Good. Again, tail drawing down, heel on the front foot drawing down into the earth. Great, lovely. We'll come back and hold. Inhale. Exhale, a slight softening towards that front leg. You might be very upright, that's fine. Inhale forwards to your crescent lunge. Press it back to plank. Either lower your knees, chest, chin. If you're taking chaturanga, keep everything in a straight line. Pull over the tops of the feet to come through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can stick with knees, chest, chin, that's fine. Inhale here. Exhale. Remember, you can come to child's pose at any time if you need. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Breathing in, come forwards. Breathing out to fold. Step your right leg straight back, so we won't come up to stand, just lower the right knee down. And then again, just adjusting so that you've got a nice scissor on your legs. On the exhale, hinge it back. Inhale, come forwards. Lift the chest as much as you can. So find that sense of reaching down with the tail and lifting up with the heart. Good. Come back, stay here. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, ripple the spine a little bit. And then inhale, ripple it up. Exhale, forwards. Take plank or chaturanga. Or knees, chest, chin. So even in knees, chest, chin, think about plugging the armpits to the groin so the body lowers in a straight line. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, downward facing. Good. 5 breaths here this time. If you're tired, lower your knees and sit back in child's pose and turn the palms up to give your wrists a break. Otherwise, we'll take another 3 long breaths here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Last breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. Lovely. Look to the top of your mat. Breathe in and walk yourself all the way forwards again. Fold over your legs. And again, uncurl like a fern. So press down through the legs to rise up. Look up. And exhale. To Namaste. Lovely. Again, just check in with your breath here. Inhale. Draw the breath above the crown of your head. Exhale. Draw it down below your feet. Once more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Great. So staying with toes and ankles touching here. Start to sit back like you're sitting in a really small chair. Just check in that the knees are far enough back that you can see your toes. Sit really low. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, flow the arms down. Good. Stay low in the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Again, focusing on the grounding of the feet and the tail. Inhale, opening and lengthening. Exhale. Good, just 2 more. I know the legs are probably feeling a little bit fiery. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale. Exhale. This time as you come up, stand up straight, straighten the legs, reach tall. And exhale, open the arms out to the side or just in front of you to come back to standing in Samastitihi. Great. We're going to do the same idea in a goddess squat now. So just step out to the side so you're on the long edge of your mat. And think about really spiraling from the top of the hip creases here as you sit low into your legs. So the knees are driving back. And again, the tail is drawing down. Have a little think about your feet. See if you can pick your toes up. Lift the inner arches of the feet and then press the toes back down and sit a little lower. And then with the arms, inhale, reach up, exhale, pull down, really pulling down like little cactus arms. Inhale. If you wish, you can the breath out. Inhale. So really clearing breath. Inhale. Like an exaggerated sigh from your belly button. Lovely. Inhale up. And then exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height and turn the feet to parallel. Sorry, I'm aware that I'm headless. So try to really think as we move the legs now about spiraling from the top of the right hip. So from the right hip, spiral that right leg open so your heels are in alignment. You'll be able to see this better on the video I send you. Arms are at shoulder height. Think about sending your left hip back and reaching up and over with the ribs. Your hand can come to your shin as you extend the left arm up. If it's in your practice to take the big toe, especially if you're practicing Ashtanga, go ahead and take the big toe and roll it back. But if you feel like you're rolling forwards here, come up. And your gaze can be down if you wish. Think about reaching away from the base of the spine with the head. Steadying the breath. Lovely, really roll the ribcage open here. Now look down if you're not already. Bend your knee. Inhale, come up through the centre. And then we're going to slightly widen the stance. So walk the left toes away. Again, check that you've got heel to heel alignment. And really important now as we bend that your knee goes over the centre of the right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink a little deeper. So that front thigh, the right thigh, can almost come towards parallel. And then we're going to reverse your warrior, but stay low in the legs. So inhale, really lengthening the sides of the waist. Exhale back through the centre, and then gently leaning on the forearm on the thigh to come over to the right, lengthening your left side. Should do that twice more, nice and fluid with the breath. And then exhaling, coming all the way. Lovely. Last one, come back to the centre. Inhale here. Exhale, good. Stand up to centre. Parallel your feet. You can walk the feet in a little, but at least a leg's distance. Inhale. Exhale, come to a wide leg forward fold here. So you're going to press your hands in line with your feet. Inhale, re-lengthen your spine. And then exhale, fold. So again, you can absolutely bend your knees here and find that sense of tipping the pelvis over the tops of your thigh bones. So better to be here and have that hinge than be here and struggling with the lumbar spine there. Good. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, roll all the way up to stand. Extend your arms. And then we'll go to the left side for triangle. So you're going to bring the feet slightly closer, just about a leg's distance. Spiral from the left hip. Again, find the grounding of your feet. Inhale, and then as you exhale, send the right hip away, coming towards your left leg. Roll the right ribs up, so really opening from the armpit. Just be aware of not flinging the right arm back, so really feeling one long line from fingertip to fingertip. And at the same time, as you press the feet into the ground, you're drawing up, so a slight squeeze up on both kneecaps. All your energy focused on that contact with the ground and how you can open and lengthen from that. Breath in, breath out. Good, bend the knee, look down for balance, drive up to stand. Walk the right toes out a little more, pulling up on your left kneecap a little bit, and then exhale, sink nice and deeply into the left knee. So again, just watch that your knees going over the centre of the foot. The left thigh can come towards parallel, and keep the back leg really strong. So pull up on the kneecap on that right leg. And then when you've got that firm base, we can open and lengthen the sides of the body on the inhale, reaching back. Exhale through the centre. Inhale, and then exhale to lean left forearm to thigh. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, reaching over. Inhale, coming back. Last one, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to that warrior two position. Gaze over your left finger. And then inhale, straighten. Exhale, bring hands to waist. Just toe heel your feet in. And then step back to the top of the mat. Nice. So we'll just take one standing balance before we come down to seated postures. We're going to take good old tree pose. So we really want to spread the feet here, spread the toes here. Imagine your feet really like roots. So you're really feeling the tendrils from each pad of your foot grounding down. Hands can come to waist. Again, the spiral from the right hip. Pull up on the left leg, squeeze your left glutes. And see if you can bring the leg up without using your hands. And then just rotate the thigh around and back a couple of times. So you're really feeling strength as well as movement around your hip joint. Good. Long, calm breath there. Good. Come back to opening out to the side actively, and then use your hand to help you. Squeeze the inner leg against the foot, and then hands can come to heart. And then really think about pressing down with the left leg to lengthen above the crown of your head. Tail draws down. And you just find that sense of equanimity in the breath, even if there's a wobble. Lovely. And then slowly release your right leg down and place the foot down. Good. Just shift the weight a little side to side between the feet, and then come back to centre. And then again, shifting the weight into your right leg, squeezing up on the right glutes and quads. Bring the left knee up actively, just finding a little bit of active movement around the left hip here. Good, opening out. And then as you come out to the left, hover there, and then use your hands to help it in. Hands can come to heart. So again, focusing on the roots of the foot, the root of your tailbone, and that sense of blossom almost above the crown of the head. So that lightness, that ease. Yeah, just take 3 more breaths. Last one, inhaling. Exhaling, good. Squeeze the leg back, arms it down, arms come down, and again just a little shift of side to side, just loose. Great. And then come back to Namaste, so stepping at the top of your mat, and we'll flow down. So inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, fold, press the hands down. Inhale, extend your heart. Exhale, you can step to plank or all fours, your choice. Lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Flowing through the back bend of cobra or down dog. And then exhale to child's pose. Sit back here. And again, you might want to just roll the head a little bit side to side, just feeling that almost little massage on the forehead. Stimulating that little comforting nerve plex there. And then from here, really slowly roll yourself up to seated, and we'll send the legs straight out in front of us. So Dandasana, or staff pose. You might want a cushion to sit on, or you can bend your legs even if your back feels a little bit tight here. See if you can spiral everything to the centre here. Feet are almost as if you were standing on them, and then press the hands down. It doesn't matter if they don't reach or if you have to bend your elbows. But sense the armpits draw down to hips, groins roll in, and then a little drawing up with your pelvic floor and your navel, just a bit. And then a little bit of Jalandhara bandha or chin lock here. So everything is working. And there's that calm thread of your breath drawing you back to your centre. Even though we're being really active and really focused. Keeping that, we're going to drag the heels in a little bit so the knees are bent, but the legs are still squeezing. Tip your tail back and reach your peace fingers inside your big toes for Paschimottanasana. You can bind the thumbs around and let the spine extend, or well, flex actually, over your legs. And if it feels good, you can straighten the legs and let the head come in. But it's fine to have the legs bent here because actually we're really lengthening the whole back line of the body. It's not just about your hamstrings. So feeling that even curve from the soles of the feet right up the backs of the legs, over the back of your back, and then the neck, and then over the crown of the head. And just imagining your breath like a little loop here, rolling around that loop, that little seal of the pose, drawing you into a circle. Lovely. And then your next inhale, slowly roll it up to sit, and exhale there. So we'll take Janu Shirshasana, right leg, squeeze the right leg in, and then open from the hip again so that the right foot is on the inner left leg. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, ripple the spine forward. So we'll do that twice more. Again, so you can explore a little bit of depth in the pose without gripping or hardness. And then the next time that you come forward, you might wish to stay. You can bind around your foot, you can hold the calf, you can rest your hands on the ground. But wherever you are, let your awareness come very much inward now. Head coming down, even if you're very upright here, this is good. You can just let the head be here. And again, just drawing your awareness back into your breath and the feeling of the ground beneath your seat. And then slowly coming up. Squeeze the right knee in and keeping the foot where it is, so planted a little gap between your foot and your inner leg this time. I'm going to take a twist here. So if you bind Marichi A normally, Marichi C, sorry, normally you can take a bind. Otherwise, we're just going to bring the right hand behind us, lengthen the left arm up, and wrap that left shoulder outside. And then look back. So follow the gaze, or the gaze follows the spiral of your spine. Taking 3 more breaths there, staying there. Again, feeling the sense of the tail drawing down a little here. Lovely. And then back through the centre. You might want to just take a little spiral to the left as a counter. And then slide the right leg away. Bring the left in, opening out to take Janu Shirshasana on your left side. Good. And then on the exhale, ripple the spine forwards. Inhale, rolling it up. Exhale, rolling forwards. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, roll it forwards. Good, staying there this time, taking the bind that works for you. And allowing the head to just come down, or gaze to come down if the head is high. Again, feeling just really aware of your breath here. And then slowly coming up. Inhaling, exhale there. Again, bring the left knee up, a little space between the foot and the inner leg here. Bring the left hand around you like a second spine to lengthen up on the inhale, and the exhale you bind the ribs around the leg as best you can. Gazing over the left left shoulder. Don't forget about your right leg here. There's a tendency for the right leg just to kind of switch off. So there is a little bit of flexion in your low back, a little bit of a scoop under. The tail draws down, and from there again, that blossoming above the crown of the head. And then slowly inhale back through the centre, take a little counter twist, and then come back to the middle. Great. So, forearm here, we're going to just have a little roll forward, so you can hug the legs in. If you are doing the pick up stuff with me at the moment, you can do that. If not, don't worry, but have a go. Lean it forwards and jump it back to plank, or just step back to all fours. Both are good. Lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, upward facing dog. Last little flow. Inhale, opening. Exhale to downward facing dog, just for 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. So it's really nice to neutralise the spine here after the twists. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, look forwards. If you want to practice a little jump through, you can. Or you can just come stepping through to sitting. And then we're going to come to sit now. So we're going to take a little pranayama or breath exercise before we come to lay down in relaxation or rest. So it's called Samavritti, which means equal movement. So I'm going to count the inhale and the exhale as the same, but I'm going to gradually stretch the length of it. So we'll start with 3, we'll just go up to 5, and then we'll reverse it back down. And then after that, we'll come to either just laying down. If you have a nice sofa or a wall handy, you can always put your legs up on the sofa for a bit, or legs up the wall. If you want to take a headstand or a shoulder stand, you're very welcome to after this, but maybe just today be easy on yourself and just keep it really restorative. Okay, so just find a cross-legged seat. If you're not comfortable cross-legged, you can kneel or pop a cushion under your bottom just to lift your hips above your knees. And just notice again if you can really connect with the feeling of your sitting bones drawing down. And you can close the eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes, just find a soft gaze on a spot ahead of you somewhere where you can just let your eyes get a little bit dreamy focused. And first of all, we'll synchronise our breath. So breathe in, breathe out. And then we'll inhale 3, 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. And then just taking an inhale And just softly opening the eyes. You're welcome to come to laying down, taking rest in Shavasana, or elevating your legs against the wall or on the sofa. Make sure that you're warm and know that I will hold the time for you. So if you're coming to some kind of inversion, I'm going to give you a minute there, 2 minutes actually, 2 minutes there. If you're coming to Shavasana, we have 5 minutes to take rest. I'll keep guiding you through it, so don't worry, you know that you can just completely let go. This can be the most challenging bit, to stop, especially if you've got stuff going on in your house. But don't worry, just be aware of any distraction or movement and just let that wash past you. So however you're positioned at the moment, again, just feeling that sense of the low back releasing. And the breath just lightly moving in and out through the nose. Just feeling aware of the whole of the back line of the body where it's in contact with the ground or any other surface. And just feel the support from the ground, the walls, the solidity of that. And feeling that as the solidity of the ground holds you, you're able to become completely soft, free of tension. If your legs are elevating, feeling aware of lightness, maybe a little fizziness. And if you're elevated, you might want to think now about coming to laying down. And again, just moving slowly out of any inversion that you're taking there. Great, no rush. And then as we all move into take rest in Shavasana, we'll all just check in with that together again. So arms and legs can be loosely away from the body. So legs rolling out of the hip joints softly, shoulders drawing down the back, palms can face up. If you feel vulnerable here, just bring your hands to your belly. And just connect again with that soft movement, that ongoing breath. And coming back to the poem from the beginning, as you feel the ground beneath you, as you feel the ongoing pulse of your heart and your breath moving. My heart is the cure to my illness. My love is the bond to my soul. My life is the journey to my breath. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be, but in this place where the heartbeat grows. And of course, as the mind wanders, which it inevitably does, you can just invite your attention to rest back on the feeling of pulse in the fingers, that little tingle that we sometimes get after moving, the softness of your breath, quiet awareness of your heart as it rests now, or at a resting rate, I should say. And just allow yourself to be quiet and still. just bring your awareness to a sound in the distance. And a sound closer to you in the room and somewhere else in the house. And then just start to deepen your breathing. Gradually invite some movement to fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. And when you're ready, just taking a fuller stretch, reaching your arms and legs away. And bringing yourself into a little ball, hugging the knees, just roll to one side. And again, no rush, just bring yourself up to seated. I'm going to unmute you all. You don't have to say anything, but you might want to. And actually, I'm going to invite you all to finish with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So you absolutely don't have to chant Om Shanti. Om is the sound of everything, and being as we're all away from each other, it's kind of nice just to feel that little buzz of life when we make a sound. And Shanti, the first one's for yourself, the second one for your wider community, and the third one for the whole world. So it's as simple as that. Peace, of course, Shanti, peace. So you can just listen. It's really weird and delayed on Zoom anyway, but at least we all know we're doing it at the same time. So you can bring hands to a little heart mudra if you like, or just hands on knees, either's fine. And in either case, we'll breathe together. So inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Well done, everyone. Namaste. Thanks for joining. So nice to see you all. And yeah, I'll hopefully have a better thing to send you, and hopefully see you on Monday or Friday next week. You can email me any comments or frustrations. Maybe just go off and enjoy your little post-practice bubble now. Okay. See you all soon. Bye.